So here's yet another story that once again proves do not get involved with and especially do not marry the single MOMs because many are out there in varying degrees to use guys, to find some sucker who they can use as their ATM and milk them for everything it's worth for themselves, the kids, and all that, and eventually dump them one day and the guy's left broken. But in this story, this guy's pushed too far, as you're going to see when the stepdaughter really crosses the line with him, and hoping that there's some hope for him. Titled, Am I the a-hole for taking back the car I gave to my stepdaughter after she disrespected me? And a shout out to AM for setting the story. Now, guys, as I get into this, get your slapping hands ready because this guy needs some help. He says, I'm 45, married to my wife Clara, who's 43 years old. We married 5 years ago. She has a daughter, Lily, 17, from her previous marriage. Smack! Marrying a single mom with a teenage daughter, oh, wonderful. I've always tried to build a good relationship with Lily, but it's been an uphill battle. She's polite but distant and has made it clear I'm just her mom's husband. Still, I've done my best to support her, driving her to soccer games, helping with homework, and showing up whenever I could. So right there in the first paragraph, he kisses the daughter's ass. He's trying to do all these things to make her like him. Gentlemen, I've said this countless times across all three channels for 5 years. Women don't respect weakness. They don't respect guys that kiss their butt. Whether it's in a romantic relationship, a platonic relationship, or in a relationship with a daughter or niece or cousin or stepdaughter or something like that. Women don't like guys that are like this. Do you think all this, him trying to win her over, is going to help his case or make it worse? Think about it. Clara hasn't been working for the past 2 years. She left her job to pursue her dream of becoming an artist. I supported her decision, even though it meant I had to take on extra hours at work to keep us afloat. Smack! Oh, what the amazing timing here. You get married to the single mom, and she decides to quit her job to become an artist, to draw pictures of butterflies and kangaroos while you're working extra time to stay afloat. What a great deal for her. What do you think she's doing with her spare time? I guarantee it ain't painting kangaroos. It's been tight financially, but I wanted Claire to feel fulfilled, and I believe we'd get through it together. White knight, nice guy, resources. Last year, Lily got her driver's license, and despite the extra strain, I worked overtime to save up and buy her a used car. Smack! Where's her father? Why isn't her father, the baby daddy, saving up to buy her a used car? Oh no, he's probably in prison, or disappeared, or something like that. Why can't Lily get a part-time job and she can help save up for that car? This generation is all feel entitled to. I'm entitled to a new phone every year. I'm entitled to a car. I'm entitled to you pay my college education. I'm entitled for this $90,000 wedding. God's sakes. Again, he's still kissing her ass. It wasn't anything fancy, just a 2010 Honda Civic, but I wanted her to have some independence. That might also help bridge the gap between us. In other words, you're trying to buy her affection again, dude. When I handed her the keys, she seemed happy, even gave me a hug, which felt like a huge coming from her. I thought we were making progress. Last month, I overheard Lily talking to a friend, and she said, I hate him. He's pathetic, thinking that a car will make me like him. I just pretend to be nice so Mom doesn't get mad. Ouch. Damn. That's painful. And no surprise. What a little ungrateful little asshole. But here's the thing. I'm going to read that again. She just says, he's pathetic thinking the car will make me like him. I just pretend to. See? Women don't respect guys that kiss their ass. And they know when a guy's trying to buy their affection. But here's the thing. The mother got together with this guy, you know it. Not because she loved him, but because he can provide and give her an easy life. See? Women are women. Older women, younger women, they know. When a guy's acting like a freaking simp, a white knight, they don't respect him. But this should not be tolerated. This girl's a little asshole. I've sacrificed so much to support this family, and hearing her mock me like that crushed me. I'm sure it did, man. I'm sure you had every best intention. And I'm sure you're a good guy, but you're just clueless. I told Clara, the mother, what I overheard, hoping she'd back me up. But she just brushed it off. She said, Lily's a teenager. She doesn't mean it. Just let it go. Bull fucking shit. And by the way, where do you think the teenage daughter gets this attitude from? Sure, she's a teenager, and teenagers are little assholes. We all know that. But still, she's feeding off the mother. What do you think the mother says about this guy behind the scenes? Think about it. But I couldn't let it go. A week later, I asked Lily directly if she really felt that way about me. And she didn't deny it. She just shrugged and said, I didn't ask for the car, so I don't owe you anything. Man, what a little fucking asshole. When I told her how much her words hurt me, she rolled her eyes and said, if you're that upset, take the car back. I don't care. Now again, teenagers are assholes. I can't stand teenagers. But this goes to a whole new level of disrespect. And I haven't heard anything about that. You're not my real dad, that type of shit, And yeah, you can have stepchildren that are bitter towards the guy because, they're not their dad. But no, she's a little fucking asshole. She's feeding off the mother here. And she has no respect for this guy. So I did that. The next day, I took the spare key, drove the car to the dealership, and sold it. Good for you, man. It's about time you grew a fucking pair. Now listen to this, guys. I figured the money could go towards the bills I've been struggling to cover since Clara stopped working. Smack! That's your fault, jackass. Tell your fucking wife to get off her ass, stop painting kangaroos and fucking caterpillars, and get a fucking job. When Lily found out, she was furious. She called me a petty jerk and said I was punishing her for being honest. Isn't the same girl that says she doesn't care? Now she's mad at you for taking the car back? Tough shit, asshole. Then Clara blew up too. She accused me of overreacting and claimed I'd ruined my relationship with Lily permanently. What relationship? There's been no relationship. And bitch, you're fucking yelling at me? No. You get out there. You want to have a car? You can go buy your fucking car. Go sell your fucking painting someplace. And get a fucking job. Claire argued that I should have consulted her first and said my actions were unfair, especially since Lily is just a kid. She's 17 years old. That's considered adult in some places. And and regardless, it's not like she's 7 years old, even though she's behaving like she's 7 years old. My wife also pointed out that Lily is already struggling emotionally because of our financial situation, which she says I'm constantly bringing up. The financial situation, number one, the situation is difficult because you don't have a fucking job. Now, this guy allowed that, and he's an idiot, but still, you get a fucking job so she won't feel so emotionally stressed because of her situation. And where's the money from the father? But I'm tired of being disrespected. I've worked so hard to keep the family afloat while Clara chases her dreams. And I feel like I've been taken for granted by both of them. You are. Now the house is tense. Clara says I need to apologize and consider buying Lily another car. But I feel like that would just enable her behavior. Am I the a-hole for taking back the car I gave her after she disrespected me? No. There's one thing you did that is not the a-hole. It's taking back the car. She doesn't deserve a car. You were trying to do... honestly, this guy was really trying to do what he thought was the best thing. But the problem is that this guy's fucking clueless. Taking the car back was the right thing to do. Good for you. Never apologize for that. But as for everything else, bro, what you need to do is end this. This is beyond salvageable, okay? There's nothing redeeming about your relationship with your wife or her fucking daughter, okay? If there was something redeemable or salvageable about this situation, that'd be different. She obviously married you so that you would provide. She had your number the second she met you. She probably, just like the Terminator, scans the room for Sarah Connor. Simp, provider, and she knew. She knew in a heartbeat that you'd marry her and would pay for everything. You probably even said that. You probably showered her with expensive dates and vacations to get her to be with you. And she knew it. She used you. And her daughter's using you. And the reason her daughter's treating you like shit, aside from being just an asshole teenager, which most are, is because she's feeding off the mother's energy and behavior. I'm sure the mom's probably talking shit about this guy. Go to a lawyer, find out your options, take the hit, and divorce, okay? There's nothing going to fix this. You could do a 180 in terms of behavior, laying down the law. It's beyond repair at this point, man. Don't put yourself through this. The whole comment section is full of people just saying, kick her to the curb, or you got to work on this, work on that. No, there's no saving this, because she never loved him to begin with. Come on here. She doesn't behave like someone that loves him. As a lot of these types that marry guys, these single moms that marry guys for the resources, they don't love them. Come on here. But these guys have it in their head, I'm going to be this hero. I'm going to save her, Cut the white knight shit. White knights get slayed. Find a lawyer, find out your options, take the hit, and move on. That's all you got to do. End the story here. And then do some work on yourself to make sure you don't ever behave like this again. Because otherwise, you'll be with another single mom down the road doing the same fucking thing. But anyhow, good job for him for taking back the car. That's awesome. And I hope he really grows a pair, realizes the reality, handles it accordingly. So, gentlemen, again, reminded, don't marry the single on the webs. The only time that it can be remotely possible, and I'm saying remotely possible, if you were to get with a single mom, is if you were a guy who was a lot older and let's say you're in your 50s and you met her and she's divorced, however, and has kids. However, both those kids are adults, out of the house, paying for their own lives. She just is enjoying your company, doesn't need your money, doesn't need your resources, all that. That is the only remote possible exception, and I'm being remote possible here, that could be on the situation. And she's got to be pretty fucking cool and prove it through her actions for a long time. She has her money. She takes care of herself. You have yours. Then and only then. But one with little kids, teenagers and everything that need support, need money, need time, all that, no fucking way. I'm sure some of you are saying, yes, you said it's okay to date a single mom. You heard my example. Much older, kids are out of the house, has her own money, has her shit together, that type of thing. Because I know some single moms, and they're pretty cool. They are exceptions. But it doesn't mean there aren't going to be headaches with kids, but they're not the type that use guys. They have their own fucking lives, and their own money and all that. But anyhow, there you go, guys. But by and large, avoid them. Find one that doesn't have any kids.